This is the second Scottish-based movie that I've saw at Frightfest, and I love to see my country on film. This one is a particularly genre-typical movie. It's all about serial killers. It's a procedural of fashion, and we follow our main character of Simon. At the start, we see him as a young 10, 11-year-old boy who is playing the piano and has a psychic episode. He sees the death of a local priest. He runs there to try and save him, but alas, the priest doesn't really believe him, and this hulking behemoth of a man comes in and brutally murders the priest in front of his eyes. And before he can kill Simon, the police arrive and he has to escape. We jump forward a period of maybe 8 years to Simon is looking after his ill mum, and he starts to get these visions of this hulking behemoth from his past killing psychics, or wannabe psychics, most notable psychics. And he has this flashing image of himself dying in 4 days. So he starts to instigate a plan to stop this from happening, to stop this serial killer from killing people, and to hopefully just save the day, make everything all right. So he instigates the help of various other persons. Gets a bodyguard, MI5. He starts to show his psychic abilities to the world to get notoriety so that he can stop this madman from killing him. Now, there's certain things that I really like about Dark Sense, but there's also things that are really flawed about it at the same time. The story is kinda atypical of these kind of movies. As a procedural, you do have them tracking down information. Story makers obviously have a lot more information than us, so there's not really a way that we could solve what's going to happen. We just need to take their word for it. The pacing is terrifically well done. This thing zips along. There is really no fat on it. I loved most of the scenes, and the direction is absolutely stunning. I loved some of the smooth cinematography, the way it transitions, the shots, the angles that it chooses. I just thought it looked fantastic. It looked really cinematic, which was something I loved and adored about the movie. One of the things that I really wasn't so great on was some of the acting and the performances that feel really low grade for the rest of the movie. It does feel like a big Hollywood movie. It has those kind of mannerisms in the way it's shot and the way it looks, but it just has these blips of performances that are not great, that are rather poor, substandard, whereas some of the performances in the movie are particularly great. We get one from Steve, the bodyguard, who I think does one of the better jobs in the movie of portraying that character. But there's great things about it as well. There is the idea of Simon having these psychic episodes as he envisages somebody dying and takes on the trauma that they're feeling. So if somebody gets beat up, bruises appear on them. There is a terrific sequence of Simon in a room with cameras on him, people talking to him when he envisages someone dying by having their throat slit, and he just throws his head back, the skin opens and the blood spurts out. There's nobody else near him, no instruments in his hands aren't near his throat, and it's just unbelievable. It looks great. When it goes for the gore, it does it. It feels a little bit pedestrian in the way that it just goes through its modes of this procedural, but I was with it every step of the way. I love these kind of movies. It was set in Scotland, which is something that, yeah, I do give it a little bit of props for the way that it did that. I loved the way it looked, the style of it, the way it used its settings. It may not have had the biggest budget, but it uses everything to its advantage in telling its story. And although it's a little bit contrived, it does come from a book, so you can kind of lay a lot of the blame at the book story if you want. But I felt that it was really fun, that it was really kind of interesting. I wanted to go on this journey, and even though there was blips along the way, even though I had to get through some scenes that weren't great, I overall enjoyed this film. I liked the look of the bad guy. I liked the reasoning behind he was doing what he was doing. I liked Simon as a lead character. I liked Steve as the bodyguard, who is really down in his dumps, but this is going to change everything for him. I just had fun with this movie, and it's not perfect, but you need to know that going into it, and I think you'll get a lot of enjoyment out of Dark Sense. I can recommend this one. I thought it was great. I'd love to know your opinion of it. At least go and check out the trailer. Let me know if you're going to check this one out. Let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man vs Film.